How do, people of YouTube, and welcome back. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit of a pickups video. Yeah, made a big bombshell the other day that I'm selling up. And yeah, I've got a shitload of stuff. And where that is true, I'm going to be basically tightening my collections, which is PS4 and PC Engine. So this is going to be mainly a modern day pickup, and it's probably been fueled by pre-orders and Black Friday. Yeah, that's it. Black Friday. Bloody hell. Like, how long ago was that? 3 weeks ago? I've only just started getting all of the stuff from there. I'm still missing something from Black Friday. It's crazy. The post is absolutely fucked. Really, that's probably the best way to say it. But yeah. Cheers. Yeah, so got a lot of good stuff, and then I've got a proper grail item at the end. Because you got to finish videos off that way. You can't just show, like, I don't know, Destiny as the last pickup. It just doesn't work that way. So yeah, I'm going to do some modern retro. Then I'm going to be doing some imports, and then just a big stack of PS4 stuff, and then my grail item at the end. So yeah, at the moment we're on the Bailey's was full priced again, so I decided to go with Bailey's cream. And we've got a Bailey's cream coffee. It's not the same. Not the same at all. I mean, it'd be nice as just cream, but it's not the same as a coffee. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. This is nice, but I need a Bailey's coffee. And that would be something. So, right, let's go for... Let's make sure this is in some kind of order. I don't know. Am I recording? Yeah, I am. Feels like a long time since I've done this. Right, so first I've got something that I wanted for a long time and then kind of gave up on it. And it is Little Big Planet Karting Special Edition. So this is a cool lenticular cover version. It's in like a cardboard sleeve and everything like that. So if you open it up, it looks a bit, well, you can see it, but it looks a bit less impressive. But yeah, really cool. So this walked into my local CX and I saw it. It was £6. Bargain. I couldn't leave it behind, and I thought, you know what I'll do is I'll just swap back the other version that I have, and I never did, so I've still got a second copy of that. So if anyone wants a bog standard version of this, non-classics version, in fact I only upgraded it from the essentials to the normal to now this in about a couple of months. So yeah, hit me up if you want this. But yeah, £6, it's nothing, isn't it? Nothing. So we got from the same time when I went to CX, I took the label off that. Didn't take it off this. No, I didn't take it off that one, but I took it off this, and it is Persona 4 Arena. So yeah, again, I think, did I get the other one from the local CX? I think I got it from CX. But yeah, nice to have finally finished off the collection of Persona games. I've got every Persona 4 Arena game that's come out. I've got it on the Xbox 360, PS4, and now finally on the PS3. However, I don't need the 360, so they'll be going soon once a bit of value comes back into them. So yeah, this dropped down from like a £30 game to a £12 game. I think it was 10 or 12 quid I paid for this. It doesn't come with the soundtrack CD. However, my 360 one has that soundtrack CD, so I'll add that to this, and it's a nice complete copy for the collection, and I can use my awesome arcade stick to play this. I really enjoy the Persona fighter games. I mean, it's just the artwork, the soundtracks, everything. Love it. Probably have to go through this a bit quicker. So anyway, I was watching what you call it, Retro Get Callum, and he did a pickup of the second game in this, and I picked up the wrong one, and it was King of Fighters X12. So yeah, I've got these on the 360, but again, I didn't want to get rid of them until I got the PlayStation 3 ones, and the PlayStation 3 ones went through the roof in price. So yeah, I got this one and I left the other one behind. I got the wrong one. But yeah, this was like £12 again. Again, this has gone down in price, and then it says B for a time. don't know what that means. But yeah, this is a cool one-on-one fighter. Great game in the series. I just realised someone owes me a special edition they didn't bring the other day. I'm coming for you. You know who you are. Anyway, I'm just joking. But anyway, next up, a game that, well, I took a load of stuff into CX. Just a load of stuff I couldn't sell very easy. Well, because they had no manuals and stuff like that, but I had a bit of value to them still. And yeah, I got quite a lot of credit, CX credit, and that's what I bought my Holy Grail for. But I also bought this, and it's a game that I've been wanting for a long time. And I can remember seeing it and like hoping to get it the next weekend because it was in my local CX. I was like, I'm gonna go get some trade credit and then I'll grab it. And it was only 12 quid, but 12 quid for a PS3 game back then was a lot of money. And then they took it off the store, and then overnight it went to like 30 quid. I think it even went to like 60, 70 quid. I think now it's about around 40. But yeah, DuckTales for the PS3. Absolutely fantastic game. I've actually played through this game, and it just stays true to the original, but like has that modern feel, and it just, I just love this game. It's just such a like, I don't know, feel good game, isn't it? I tend to play the NES one from time to time. Definitely every 2 years I will play this game in one way or another. Fantastic. And I'm really itching to play this again. I'm wondering, because I played this digitally, and now I'm going to play it on the disc version, will I get different trophies? I don't know. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? So I'm just going to have to stick it on and play it. So yeah, that's my modern retro. Is that what it is? So now we're going to do some imports. There might be some more imports over there, but I'm just not very good at organising things. I just put things in a pile and then away we go. So yeah, a game that I've again played. I actually played this on Game Pass. However, and I wanted to have it physically because I really enjoyed it. But I was like, I can't. It only came out on a limited run, and I wasn't paying the price just to put something on the shelf of a game that I already have enjoyed. But then there was an import version, and it came with the first game and the second game, which I haven't played, and I thought, that's right, that's enough for me to jump in. And it's the River City Girls, so it's like River City Rampage. It's like the sequel to River City Rampage, basically, but with girls. So you're basically trying to find Kunio Ken, what the characters from River City Rampage. God, it's like a drinking game. How many times can I say River City Rampage? Yeah, so I really can't wait to dig into the second one. Something that I learned recently, games with the green on the spines there usually have multiple languages. And when they're multiple languages, they tend to be English. So I'm just wondering if I've got any that are not green spined. But yeah, a lot of my imports are green spines. And the ones that are not are shooters, and it doesn't really matter. But yeah, nice little fact. I don't know if that's true, 100% true. It might be, there'll be some truth to it. But yeah, really cool side-scrolling brawler. Again, I think I got this in the pre-order, and when you pre-order stuff, they only charge it just as they send it. And yet the price, if you put all the pre-orders in one go, you get all the, what's it called, the postal charges spread out through your whole order. So with everything all in, this cost me 27 quid, which I think is fantastic. You can't get you can't get them, both of these games, digitally for that price, I don't think. So for me, quid's in it. I'm buzzing with this. So yeah, again, Way Forward made this game as well, so everyone knows that Way Forward makes some good games. Really can't wait to jump into that. But not only that, it's quite funny as well, because they sent this little poster, which you get quite a lot of times if you pre-order games from Amazon Japan. But because they sent just this, they sent it in a huge box, because obviously they didn't want to roll this up. UK Amazon, they would roll it up, crunch it in, and then try and get it in the smallest box possible. But not Amazon Japan. They send a huge box halfway across the world just to send one game, and probably cost them like, probably charge me like £3 postage. But yeah, that is epic. Can't wait to get into that. And this was also on the same pre-order, however, came separate time. And it is Rumblefish 2. So this is a cool little special edition. I'm just hoping my cat's just not peed on something over there. Rumblefish. Yeah, so this is a one-on-one fighter. I think this originally was on the PS2 and the arcades. And I believe Rumblefish 2 is an all-new one-on-one fighting game in the series. It's not just like a sort of like an older game put onto PS4 like a lot of sort of like the arcade games are. But either way, the game is new to me. To be honest, I've never played Rumblefish, so I'm actually quite intrigued to see what this is like. And by the look of it, I think it's actually you get the first game and the second game, which is a bonus. So I get to play them both. So excellent, and yeah, this is nice and sealed. This won't be sealed for much longer because I'll get this on the old arcade. And we've got green spine, so it means I can play it. Next, this could be a spoiler for a future pickup video, but I was talking to someone who's just recently picked this up, and it's not a spoiler because he doesn't do pickup videos, which he should do because he gets some really good PS4 imports. But yeah, the game in question is Mooncrester for the PS4. So I'm not going to say too much about this because I'll talk about it fully when I get the game. But this is just a sleeve. It's just a sleeve. It looks like a Switch game, but this little weird flappy sheet there defines that he's actually a PS4 version. So why have I been just sent a slipcover? Right, well, so obviously this has come out in Japan because there's a physical edition of it, but I pre-ordered it from Limited Run Games about a year ago, and I'm still waiting for it. I think it'll be like summertime by the time I get it, but there was no mention of this slipcover. So I said to it's from Addy Sneaker Freak. So I said he was about to throw this away. Well, he wasn't going to throw it away. It was I don't think anyway, unless he's going to break my heart and tell me he was. But yeah, he prefers the games in just like the slim cases, and then he just throws this gumph away, as he says. But instead of throwing it away, he sent it in my direction. So thanks for this. I can't wait to put a limited run game in it and then just make everyone freak out at like how inconsistent it is in the collection. But as everyone knows, I'm a big slipcase cover fan, and the metallicness of it is, oh, it just warms my heart. So yeah, that's all the imports. Let's go through the rest of it. So, oh god, there's quite a lot of games here. This could be a long video. First up, this is actually a gift from Gordon. I'll try and put a link down below if I can remember. And it is Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, a lot of people played this recently and said a lot of good things. I think it was like sort of kind of shitted on by the press. A lot of people said this wasn't it wasn't a great game or anything like that, and so a lot of people, it didn't really sell as well as it probably should have done. But I mean, everyone that I've spoke to, I've always said good things about this. So yeah, colour me intrigued. I think it's just because it's a slightly different game than what you're used to. And what I've heard, like it's by Square Enix, Squeenix, and I think it's kind of got like the Final Fantasy 15 style battle mechanics in it. Maybe I'm wrong. It's slightly different than what people are expecting. So yeah, I'm intrigued. So thanks for this, Gordon. We did a bit of a trade. So I knocked him a bit of money off the other thing. But yeah, this is he's just picked this up on another system. So he didn't need this anymore. So he sent it my way. So yeah, thanks for that, mate. Next up, a game that I got with my trade credit, and it is Tales of Arise. So I've heard, again, so many good things about this game. I've been waiting for it to drop down to a sort of like £15 and stuff, because the thing is with these RPGs, I always put them on my shelf ready for when I'm ready to play them. So there's no point me buying them for like 40 quid, because I will never get round to them, even though it probably is worth 40 quid in experience. But man, the graphics on this look stunning, absolutely stunning. I can't wait to play this. Again, I don't think it follows like the Tales games are a series that I really mean to get into and just never do, even though I've got multiple copies of them all over multiple systems. But yeah, what's cool about this one as well, it's a reversible cover, so everyone knows it as that cover. But you know, I thought I'd change it up and have this cover instead. So yeah, really looking forward to playing this. To be honest, all of these games I've just picked up in this one video will take me a year to play, if that, maybe more. So realistically, I don't need to buy any more games now. That's not going to happen, is it? Right. And they're all games I really want to play as well, including Turtles, the Cowabunga collection. So yeah, this was really cheap on CEX. It was like half the price as a new copy. So yeah, I just grabbed a copy as soon as I found out. Again, PS5 upgradable. What is the point of buying PS5 games when all of them just work as the PS5 version in your PS5? It just baffles me. Plus, I need to keep my blue spines together, so I love it. I don't want to break up the collection with horrible white spine PS5 games yet. So for me, this is the collection that I want to go for. And yeah, not only that, but these, to me, arcade games, or at least arcade style games. So with it being PS4, I can put it on the arcade and play it in the best way possible, I think. Yeah, great pickup for me on that one. Next, this actually just came today. I'm kind of like looking at it. I thought it was going to be like a really big special edition or something, or at least slipcover and everything like that. But yeah, I saw that this was 40% off at NIS, and it's a game that I sold on the Vita for like triple the price of this, and it is Yomawari, Lost in the Dark. So there's two games in the series, and yeah, like I say, it's the deluxe edition. So I just assumed it was going to be a bit more deluxe than this. Although saying that, I mean, I don't know, it feels a lot more quality than standard editions. I don't know why, because it looks no different. It's a bit weird. But yeah, nice big blank page at the back that just makes that back cover just look so boring. But yeah, this is like a horror game. These are supposed to be really good, and I really can't wait to play them. But yeah, this is like a isometric horror game. It's like a bit cutesy, but like also supposedly terrifying. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. So possible Halloween game for next year. Definitely. Something a little bit different, but horror at the same time. So next up, talking horror but different style of horror, it is Doki Doki Literature Club. I've been wanting this game for so long. I actually have this. This is actually a free game on Steam. I don't know if there's a charge version for it anymore, but I had this and I put it on for a little bit, but then I heard that there was a PS4 version coming, and I was like, right, I'll grab that. I'll wait for it to go down in price, and it just never did. It's one of them games that possibly could be worth money in the future, possibly not, because it's sometimes with these games you just never know. And but either way, it's one that I really wanted. And yeah, this is a game that starts off exactly what you think on the cover. It's and I say game in sort of like a loose way. It's a graphic novel, visual novel style game. So there's a lot of reading in it, but there's a twist in it that I've heard about, and everyone raves about how good it is. And yeah, so this is the #1 psychological horror experience. So it turns into a horror, and I want to know why. So I can't wait to play this. So I got a voucher from work, and I thought there's nothing. There is a lot I want, but I thought, do you know what? I'm not ready to pay the money that this goes for. I think this was like 30 quid, but I thought, do you know what? Well, I've got the voucher. I'm going to grab it. If it goes down in price, I'm not going to feel guilty because it's not my own money. And But if it disappears, then I've got it, and it's in my physical collection, and I can bloody play it one day. So yeah, I can't wait to play that. In fact, that can go up there. Special. It's getting pride of place. So next up, we have got a game that I've wanted for quite some time. I've heard a lot. Again, can't wait for this to come out. A lot of good things, although obviously not many people have played it because it literally came out last week. And it's one I can't remember where I pre-ordered this from somewhere. I can't remember where. And again, it finally came. I think there's a strictly limited version of this, but this is just a standard version, and it is Shooters, Blood and Teeth, Warhammer 4040. So yeah, this is it's a Warhammer game, but not probably the way that you normally perceive Warhammer. It's actually a running gun side-scrolling shooter that just has an insane over-the-top cartoon-like visual appearance, and yeah, I can't wait. And it's not even expensive. I think I paid like 20 quid for this game, which it is expensive when you're getting quite a lot of games, but for a brand new game and of quality like this, I think it's a fairly reasonable price. Next up, a Black Friday deal. So actually, well, let's show it first. It's The Quarry. Again, PS4. Everything's PS4. So yeah, this I was originally Black Friday. I actually pre-ordered this from Argos because it dropped down to like 18 quid. And while I was waiting to pick it up, Base did another offer, and it was 80p cheaper. But I didn't need to pick it up, it just got delivered to the door, so of course I just went and got it. But yeah, this is a game I've been really waiting for. It's one of them games that, you know, you see trailers all the time, and you don't want to watch the trailers because you just don't want any spoilers about it. You just know it's going to be good. And yeah, this is that game. So basically this is, who is it by? The people that do Until Dawn. So it's like a sort of like I'm watching a movie, but you've got like, you can go different directions and make the characters do different things. You can make them all survive or get them all killed. And it's not like some games where if you get one of your characters killed, you can't go back and like retry that event. You've just got to keep going, just like you're watching a film. So yeah, it's quite cool. I love them sort of like scenarios because it really gets you on edge, even though you're only watching something. Realistically, yeah, your actions really do mean something sometimes, and if you're rooting for a certain character to survive, then if they don't survive, you're going to be pissed, aren't you? But yeah, I'm guessing they go down a quarry. Like I say, it's one of them games that I just saw. I knew who it was by. I knew that this looked head and shoulders quality wise over the rest, and I had to get it. Supermassive Games, that's who makes this game, that's it. Although this doesn't say PS5 upgrade, so maybe this will just be the PS4 version. Maybe I've fucked up there because I just assumed all of them will be, but maybe not. That's a bit of a shame. However, I don't mind, to be honest. It's not really a game that's really pushing the visual boundaries too much. It'll do, and it's more about storytelling. Next up, a PS3 game that finally came over to our shores, and it is Nier Replicant. I think this was like 12 quid or something. It's like the Nier game that no one really talks about because I don't think people really understand what it is. And that really includes me. So I've played the first Nier game on the Xbox 360 and the second one on PS4, and this is in between the two, and I think this is actually a prequel. So in Japan there was 2 Nier games that never came out over here, Nier Replicant and Nier something else, although I do feel like them 2 games are actually the same game but something slightly different between them. I don't know, someone might be able to correct me on that one. But yeah, this is a really cool action RPG with sort of like bullet hell elements. So the bosses are so fun on this because they're just like a bullet hell game, they shoot like bullets in like just a constant flow. So it's like they come out in patterns that you kind of got to dodge, like really slow bullets, but like gets really intense. And yeah, I really can't wait to play this because I really enjoyed them other two games. I'm not sure if it's is the same as the rest where you have to complete it 3 times to get the full story, or this is just a complete in one go. But yeah, intrigued about this game because I've heard stuff about it, but not a lot. But again, I saw this was cheap and I just needed to fill my near love because yeah, it's a game that nothing else is like. So yeah, it's about time I play some Nier games. Now this one, this is a bit of FOMO, I think. I can't remember where I got this from. It's Blue Reflection, Second Light. Now, the first one in this series is getting really expensive. It's one of them like rarities. It's probably going to be 100 quid quite shortly, if not already. But yeah, this is the sequel to that game, so I knew that was going up, so I grabbed it. And to be honest, it's an RPG, I believe. There's not much on the back to explain what it is. As the last summer days fades, all is illuminated. So yeah, I mean, it's my kind of game, but whether or not I will get around to playing it is another story. So hopefully this will be 200 quid by this time next year. Who knows? Who knows? Next up, oh yeah, I've got some bargains here. Really pleased with this one, and it is Sackboy: A Big Adventure. So this is the Nordic edition. So this has got like that stupid thing here. But I believe this plays in English. But yeah, this was like 12 quid. 12 quid. And cheapest you can get it is like 25 normally. So yeah, what I was going to say with this one. So this is Sackboy, except it's more of a linear style game. I don't think there's any kind of like world creation like in the rest of the Sackboy games. It is just more like, basically, I think this is Sony's take on 3D Super Mario World because it looks like an absolute rip-off of it. I can't wait to play it. I really can't wait. I've heard mixed reviews about this, and I think that's just because it is just cutting it so fine with being a 3D Mario World clone. So yeah, really pleased, can't wait. And again, this is like, people see this as a PS5 game, but it's on the PS4, man. Get it on the PS4. And I think that's why this could be quite a valuable game, because not many people have actually got it because they've jumped straight to the PS5 to get it. Next up, another one that I got for an absolutely steal. From, I think it was from the same place. I think it was like Cool Shop. 12 quid. I got the Dungeon of Nihulubelek. Oh, God. Al, in fact, I'm going to send a picture of this to Al and get him to say it beforehand. The Dungeon of Nahulbuk, the Amulet of Chaos Chicken Edition. So yeah, this is one, again, really hard to find, really cheap. And yeah, this looks like a really good game. I was going to play this on Game Pass because I just was sick of seeing it for like 20-30 quid. And it's on there, and I was like, I'm not paying that for this. But yeah, when I saw this on Black Friday, I was like, buy. And then all of a sudden, once it all sold out, there's no more at that price. Unless you want to get a European version. But the European version changes the font of the actual name and everything like that. So it's up to you. But I believe this is a really good game. So it's like an action RPG. A little bit gauntletty, sort of like looking, but with a lot of humour in it. So again, my kind of game. So again, I've never heard of the people that make the game before. I don't know what they've made before or made after, but yeah, one that I've really wanted to get. That one. And this one, I actually have this on my eBay search list for a couple of years now. It's not a rare game. It was just on there as getting ready to buy. And well, it's the time of year to get Santa's Christmas Adventure. This is a shit game. So I put an offer in for like 12 quid. They accepted. It's a fun box. It doesn't say it on the front, but it's actually a Funbox Media game. So it must be that bad that Funbox Media are too ashamed to put their stamp on the front But yeah, this only came out in America. I think there's a European one on the Switch, but I think that might be just code in the box. But yeah, it's Christmas coming up, and I thought, do you know what? Let's get this. It's just a nice bit of like harmless fun for Christmas. Grab it while you can. Yeah, I can't wait. I actually really can't wait to play that this Christmas. That is going to be up there. In fact, I'm going to be completing Ys 9 soon. I'm going to be doing the quarry, and then hopefully I'll get Santa out of the way on probably Christmas Eve, I think, or at least in between. And then next up we have got Trials of Mana. Now, I believe, is this a completely new game in the series of the Mana series? I hope so. That's what I kind of heard. But this was on Squeenix's website, Square Enix's shop, for 12 quid delivered. And I was like, yeah, get all over that, because it's a game that I've really wanted to get. I love like the Secret of Mana games. However, again, one of the games I've not really wanted to know much about because I've wanted to play it. But I've heard just recently, I spoke to someone about this, Nath Retro, and he said this is actually a bit of a janky game. I've got a feeling this kind of, I'm hoping it's not, but like the Secret of Mana PS4 game, the remake, I played that and I really didn't like it. It just felt so janky. And when Nath was explaining this game, it kind of felt like it was the same game, but I don't know. Hopefully this will sort of blow me away, or at least I don't know. Hopefully I'll enjoy it a little bit, because I love that series. I really do, and it would be a shame if it's not very good. But yeah, flipping out, this is getting big. Oh, okay, I forgot to put this up. Let's get these up on here. Couple more games, and then we've got the big hitter. And then this one, again, thanks to Nath Retro, I grabbed this. I had this in my Amazon cart for ages, and it is Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch. So you're basically this rabbit, and it's sort of like not cyberpunk, steampunk Metroidvania game. And who played it recently? God, it's got 30 minutes. My brain's addled now. I'm like completely don't know what I'm talking about. Jolly Slasher Gamer completed this recently and said a lot of good things about this. Again, this was like 30 quid, I think it was. However, Nath Retro posted something about Amazon, and I think it was like 15 quid off, 15 quid off a 20 quid purchase if you pick it up from, you know, the Amazon lockers. So I put this in. I tried a few things, it wasn't working, and then eventually I got it to work with this. And yeah, got this delivered to my local co-op, and picked it up, and it's now sat here sealed, ready for me to show you on here. But yeah, it's basically a steelbook and a slipcover. So yeah, again, I can't wait to play this, because if Jolly Slasher says this is good, you know it's going to be good. So that is going to go up there in Pride of Place section, right next to Santa. And then next, again, I got on Black Friday, I think from Cool Shop as well, with this. A game that I used to play a lot on the Amiga back in the day. I mean, I played it a few times, and it is Beyond a Steel Sky. Beyond a Steel Sky. Is this, what's this? Beyond a Steel Sky. Is this the, I'm trying to think. I have a feeling, what? I'm being stupid here, like I say. Oh no, it's Beneath a Steel Sky, isn't it? That's why I've been stupid. My brain's fucked. Yeah, Beneath a Steel Sky is a sequel to a Beneath a Steel Sky. I thought it was the sequel to it, but like, I just kind of read that thinking it was the same as the bloody Amiga one. What am I doing? But yeah, this is a point and click adventure. I've been wanting this for ages. It's got a really, really nice steelbook inside. A few people have picked this up, but again, this was 10 quid. 10 quid delivered. And I couldn't say no. I've been umming and ahhing clicking on this the buy for this for £15 for ages. I've heard it's not like a fantastic sequel or anything like that. It's not going to blow the original away, but I don't know. It's still I really enjoyed the original, and yeah, can't wait to see what the sequel entails. And that is going up there too, because I just really like the artwork of that one, even though it's quite muted tones. So let's have a cup of sip of coffee before we do the Holy Grail. So like I said, I took a load of stuff into CEX to purchase said item. And well, not so much to get this. I just was doing it anyway, and I was going to see if I could get some money for it. But to be honest, I couldn't get as much money as I wanted for the voucher. So I thought, you know what? I spoke to Dylan a couple of times about this, going, when I do my future collection, I want to get this, that, and the other. And I looked, and I was like, do you know what? It's not a bad price, actually. It's about retail. I think it's just a little bit above retail price when it first came out, although they sold out instantly and then was double the price straight away. So I got a feeling this is going to be the cheapest I'll ever see it. And I thought, I'll give it a shot, see what happens. With CEX, you can take it back. But it's not going back, it's getting kept. And it is the big blue box. It's a PS4. It's a PS4 Pro. So what this is the 500 million limited edition PS4 Pro, and this has kind of got like a sort of a clear plastic front on it. There was only a certain amount of these made, and I can't remember what it is, and it doesn't say on the box, which is a shame. But yeah, this is the box for it, but I've taken it out so you can all see, because you all need to see how lovely this looks before it gets put back into the box and never seen again. No, I mean putting the box ready for my house move, and it is this. Well, look, you can see my house. The illusion is shattered. Yeah, so this is the edition, said edition. It's really shiny. It's really clear plastic, but it's like, I knew it was a clear edition and everything like that, but I didn't realise how shiny it is. So it's got a lot of very fingerprinty, but yeah, gold and clear blue. This is honestly, this is the most stunning console ever made. It also comes with the camera, which will never get used. In fact, this console probably will never get used. And then we've got the controller, again, clear plastic. This looks, I mean, you can tell how things have been used by looking at the controllers, and this looks like it's been used minimal. It just feels like a brand new controller. It's got like touch marks on it and stuff, but that could have been done by the CEX staff when I was looking over it. But yeah, I can't wait to future collection spoilers. I want to get a few of these and put them in, get some sort of like 3D printed stand for them, and then just display them, possibly with a few other PS4 special editions all in a row, looking beautiful. Like I say, PS4 is my pride and joy. And I think going forward, my future collecting will be PS4 for so many different reasons. It's my favorite controller. The PS5 hasn't beaten this controller, although it's got some cool features. It just doesn't feel or look as good as this. I'm not putting the finger up to everyone, by the way. Yeah, I just can't wait to have a little army of PS4 controllers. So yeah, that costs a lot of money. It's the oh man, but it's worth it. Really is worth it. Not as much as I know some people have paid for it. But this is staying. It's not going. No one asked me to buy it off me, because it won't, unless you're going to give me £2,000 for it. It's not going. And if someone gives me £2,000 for it, they're flipping nuts. So a sip of coffee, and with that, I'll bid you all adieu. So I'm going to be doing some retro pickups in the future. Probably after Christmas, New Year. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Blue for PlayStation. See you later. Bye.